wanna get higher than the
Ooh.
somebody broke the weed. And it's not something to feel. I wanna get higher than somebody broke the weed.
Ladies and gentlemen, I've been messing around doing a little bit of work lately. Just been on my grind a little bit with my team. Let's go. Look at here, man. Salute to the Wing Fest here in Reno. We hit them streets, man. We got some footage for you this week. But tonight, homeboy, look at here. Came with something a little different. I came to talk some business with my old homeboy, my brother. Tyrone Turner's in the building tonight, ladies and gentlemen. And tonight we're talking some man shit. Salute and hang out with us for a little while. You know, some two beautiful black brothers talk some cool shit, man, like we used to do back in the day. You dig? How competitive we should be. Back in the day, things, just grown man business, man. We the Date That Sportscast, man. Always tuning, you did. 7 p.m. every Saturday night, man. Here we go, man. We the Date That. Now look at here, man. We are live, so bro, we can't mess up right now, bro. We gotta go all the way. We are live. What's happening, brother?
What's happening, man?
Let me take myself out of that fucking. It's like Thor and shit. What's going on, bro?
Hey, man. It's a
First of all, let me introduce the people to the room. Oh my God! All right, listen. So this is my brother. This is Tyrone Turner. I've known Ty since we were kids. Since I came to the DC, and Ty was the big dog. Ty was the guy, and we played for Clinton Boys and Girls Club, and Ty was everything. And he still is everything, but back then, as far as Pop Warner, Ty was a freak of nature. And I saw this guy and I was inspired and I wanted to compete. And we became friends, we became brothers, and you better not put your hands on Ty, I'm gonna fuck you up. What you wanna do? And then we ended up playing at two of the biggest rival Catholic schools.
Yes, sir.
And not just our city. Not just our city, but in the fucking United States at the same time. Salute, homeboy.
Okay.
They were national ranked, and we were national ranked. How about that, homie?
You got it, baby.
How foolish is that, bro? To think that two dudes. I used to call Tyrone up on the phone, and Tyrone, when you feel like you need to challenge a motherfucker, when you feel like I have to prove something, you do dumb shit to prove something, right? And so I just remember like, Nick, what you want to do? You want to do this right now? You want to run 100 miles right now? What you want to do? Yeah, let's do it. He would never turn it down. Ty would never turn it down. Like, okay, this nigga keeps calling my bluff every time. Then let's go. So then it became time when Ty and I was coming up on my big bro. I was coming up on his heels, and I would call him out the blue. Hey, I'll meet you at Cosca Park. I'll beat you to Cosca Park. When we rolling, let me get my shoes on. I'm gonna call you back, and then when we get back on the phone, when we hang up, then you start running. Right or wrong?
You got it. That's how we did it. That's how we did it.
Now, Cosca Park might have been 2 miles.
At least.
Your end, my end?
But remember, it had the hills. So,
But I'm saying, but now listen. Let me say this. Ty had a hill. Ty had a hill. But let me tell you, we would make it right. I don't know how we did it, but there's no fucking way on God's green earth Ty's going to let me get away with some goofy shit. That's not happening. All right. So let me say this. We would get out there and we would start this whole fucking race. And the whole time you running, I'm going past airplanes because where I lived there, it's an airport.
Right.
And you had to run past it, right? But then you go down the hill, and listen. But the run that I'm running is longer than his hills. True. Then I have to turn, so it kind of balanced out. Yeah. And I think we did it from the other way a couple times. Mm-hmm. I know we did, right? But listen, we would do this shit sometimes twice a week.
Middle of the night or early in the morning, man.
Oh yeah. Listen, there was a few times when it was to be 11 o'clock at night. What you doing? I bet you won't. And it was him. I bet you won't. What? All right, hold. I'll talk to you in a minute. All right, bye. Click up. And then once you got dressed, you had to call back. They'd be like, you ready?
Let's go.
And you hang the phone. Locking the door, shit.
Hey, look, we just didn't we ain't let anybody outwork us, man. Nobody.
We didn't.
And I would wake up in the middle of the night just saying, man, I just feel like somebody outworking us, man. Let's go.
1 second. Hold that. I want to make sure of one thing real quick. Please. Can you hear me, Ty?
I got you. I can hear you.
All right, so listen, I just want to make sure my personal Facebook was in here so people who know both of us can, see us together. Okay. So then we ended up going to rival high schools, which was fucking weird because there was an immediate separation and we had to fake this hatred for one another. And not really, just in some joking shit, right? We had to act really, but we hang together all the time still. And listen, as you got older, and as things got more hectic in both of our schedules, but we still stayed
locked in, baby.
Brothers, bro. Like it wasn't no week. Well, I'll be like, hey, where you at? I'm at the house. All right, cool. I stop through, sit there for a minute. Salute to my brother Tim. Charissa. Mom. Pop.
Yeah.
I was a Catholic school kid from the beginning. Ty was a Baptist kid. And Ty's family did church. Okay. Ty's people did they did church, help Holy Ghost, Heavenly Holy Father, okay? If it turn around right now, if anybody can close your eyes and all heads bowed, if you can give $1,000 to the church right now, listen, they did church up in there. Huh? No folks doing church, okay? I ain't never seen so many black folks going to church, and it was just different. So I used to roll with Ty. Ty was the kid that made me believe that, like, yo, you listen, listen, man, do not be you up in here. Don't be you up in this motherfucker, homeboy. They church ain't playing that shit up in here. So I had to act right. I had to learn how to act right, right? It was like, but listen, so because coming from a Catholic church, it's be a little badass kids, different. You go in and sit up in there for a little. Todd knows it's brief.
I know. Yeah.
Catholic church is brief.
In and out. Now my church, you be in there till what?
1:30. I'd be like, Ty, how long? Woo, Ty, we have Maryland University to go train at Maryland University after this, Ty. How long before we can go train, bruh? How long? Remember we used to leave out of church and go to Maryland and we would go hit with Dominique's dad and yo.
Yeah.
He was like, Ty.
Shout out to Dominique, man. Dominique.
Yo, salute to Dominique, man. Dominique Williams, man. We love you, bro.
And Mr. Williams, man. Shout out.
Mr. Williams, God rest his soul, correct? Mr. Williams passed along, I think, man.
Really? I didn't know that, man. I didn't know that.
You did not? Oh, but
he's definitely the GOAT. Definitely the GOAT.
Oh, what? That yes. Listen, I remember we trained there one time and 185 pounds slipped on my hands and hit me across the chest. Baka. I thought I was take me to the king. I thought it was over for a nigga. It was rough trying to get my breath back. But we trained hard that year, bro. That made us that year.
Straight warriors, man. Straight warriors.
Now, let me take you through this timeline. What really bonded me and Ty was it was track.
Yes, sir.
I've never said this to anyone my whole entire life, but tonight I feel so incredible. When I first started running track, I was good. And when I got around Ty and when I got to run track in Clinton, I expanded to PVTC. I ran it. I ran for Clinton for a while, and things were kind of just not so smooth there, right? And so when I got to Carroll, I really, was starting to do my thing, and Ty was like, "Oh, at PVTC," he was like, "Yo, you come over here and run," and I was like, "But listen, PVTC at that time was like trying out for the Olympics. Yeah. It was like what
the talent was loaded, man. It was loaded.
It was hands down. And listen, let me say this: for what they were doing, I hadn't been in that space yet. Like I had not been in that space of at that point in time in my career, not in that space of what they were doing, right? Like these guys were young boys dropping, when I say 14 years old, dropping 11 twos, 10 eights.
Easy
and picking up quick. I was 11 sevens. I hadn't got that threshold just yet, right? So time went on. Freshman at Carroll, and I run Carroll track. In that year that I do run Carroll track, my freshman year, I fucking beat Clement Stokes at DC Armory on I don't know what kind of shit I did that on. I don't know. To this day, it just happened. Malcolm Johnson and Clement Stokes in the same race. Boom.
Malcolm
Next
Johnson,
thing I know,
Gonzaga, right?
Gonzaga went to Notre Dame.
Gotcha. Yeah.
And after that, I was like, "Yo, what do you think?" He was like, "Yeah, you ought to talk to Coach Anthony." And boom, from there, they took me on. I couldn't wait. I waited a whole football season knowing I could fucking run for PVTC, motherfucker. I was like, "Yes!" What?
Hey, look, man.
Now, let me say this.
Let me tell them this, man. We were like the four horsemen. It was three of us.
Hold that. Let me say this first and foremost. Just hold that thought, right? We had two different bodysuits. And this is when kids weren't wearing bodysuits.
Mm-hmm.
This is when kids wearing little booty shorts and shit, right? Listen, we had the full Wolverine bodysuits that were purple, black, in gold.
Yes, sir.
But we had like 3 of them, bro. We had a solid yellow gold one. We had a white. Listen, we had different uniforms for whatever race we were going to run. We're going to run this race and this one. We're going to run that race and that one.
Yeah. Shout out to
Nobody
Coach
else was. Yo, salute to Coach Anthony.
Shout out to Coach Anthony Bryant.
Wayne. Hey, listen, Coach Anthony Bryant was an incredible coach. And he allowed us to be individuals. Now, we wore Mizunos. Disney, hey, what's up, homeboy? Salute, man.
Mizuno Tokyo.
Thanks for coming in the room. We got there about. Thanks for coming in the room, man. Got a comment. We wore Mizunos that matched our uniforms, and nobody else was wearing those Mizunos because those Mizunos was costing about $218.
With Mizuno Tokyos, I remember, man.
The Mizuno Tokyos was a grizzip. And trust me, we only broke them out to kill. They was the murder weapons.
Yes, sir.
Now listen, I had a pair of rainbow Adidas that Clement Stokes gave me.
I remember those.
When he went to Notre Dame. I wore those shoes into the ground. I worshiped the ground that Clement Stokes walked on, bro.
Flat out, hands on, best running back.
Say it.
Best running back in the DC area ever. Ever. It was real close to OG because you got to give Orlandis Gary his props, but
no doubt. Salute to the.
Shout out to Orlandis Gary, man.
Salute to. So time goes on and we end up really clicking. I find my space within our hierarchy of how we ran track, right? And we might have to make this a part 1 and part 2, to be honest with you, because
let's do it, bro.
I'm with this. I'm with the series of it all.
Tell
Right?
the people what they want to hear, man. Tell them.
All right, cool. All right. So time goes on. Our next season, I'm lit. But what happened was when they threw me in the mix with these fucking savages, we have Wayne Singleton, which is my brother.
Hey, shout out, baby. Shout out to Wayne Singleton, the funniest track dude.
Do you remember Larry? Do you remember Larry's name? Remember Larry? Larry's name?
Larry Talley. Larry Talley.
Larry Talley. Salute to Larry Talley. And Ramon as well.
Yeah, Ramon Johnson. Ramon Johnson.
Nothing but love for Ramon Johnson, man.
Ramon Johnson. Shout outs, baby.
We've already announced Wayne Singleton, correct?
Yeah. You gotta tell him, give him a snippet about Wayne Singleton. Man.
Wayne Singleton was the babyface assassin, okay? Wayne Singleton was he was slim, but he was fit in the motherfucker, right? But his legs were like a pony's, okay? His little calves were like this big, and he was a motherfucking monster. So now I'm in the middle of 10-5 at that point, at the beginning, right? 10-5, maybe Wayne 10. So I think about it, 10-6, 10-5, because Wayne was a little faster than you at that point. And then because I have what I want to say about this in my mind, so you can tell me if I'm correct, okay? So anyway, just hold that thought.
Hold on. Let me correct you. Wayne was a 200-meter runner. I owned 100, but Wayne he beat me in it too. So
if you let me tell my story about it and hold tight like I asked you to, motherfucker, let me get to my point, motherfucker.
Tell them the truth, man.
I'm gonna tell the truth.
All right, go ahead.
So listen, let's go. I'm gonna keep going from where I'm at.
All right.
So I fall into the fold, and I get out there with them, won my first race with them. And Coach Anthony, we win. It was not pretty. Coach Anthony says, listen, either you're going to do this shit or you're not. I was running third leg.
Yep.
Hey, yo, Eric. Salute, Eric. Eric Dunn in the building. I love you. He says, either you're going to learn how to do this shit or you're not. And I remember all the kids that I had beaten other races and shit, 400 meters, this, that, and the third. I was like, yeah, what is happening to me right now? Why? And it was like, yo, you got to learn who you are on a track team. Learn your identity. Mm-hmm. And now, what I'm saying is this. Learning how to be the third leg of one of the fastest motherfuckers on the planet. How you guys doing? Learns how to run that third leg. I had to find my identity. And the thing was neither one of you or Wayne had an identity. Because there was times when you would give Wayne the fits in the 2, and he would give you Wayne fits in the fucking 1. And then you guys would go back and forth and back. And listen, it just made it scary for when they saw both of y'all on a fucking relay team. Mm-hmm. People were like, fuck. Hey man, I just ran against homeboy in the fucking 200, bro. Oh, fuck. They on this, yeah. And it got scary. Talk about it.
And, you know, at the end of the day, we competed, man. And that's what it was about. Whatever we did, we competed. If we gonna get to the bathroom first, we compete. If it came down to practice, we were competing. If we came down to girls, who was competing? Like we always competed, and we brought the best out of each other, and that's what made us brothers to this day. Is because we embrace and we epitomize. Yeah. We epitomize that competing in everything, and I don't think we've lost that. Like even to today, we all take different roles, but we still compete in whatever that we do. But you know, at the end of the day, man, the respect that was gained, the brotherhood that was gained. Is nothing like it, man.
Yeah. No. Listen, I don't think you can buy it. So let me go further. I'll go further. So, we get into this summer.
Yeah, tell them about how we compete, man. When we actually started competing and winning.
So we go further into the summer after we kind of get all the kinks out. Now,
hold on. Let's pause. Just okay. Just I didn't mean to cut you off, but
no, go ahead.
What's more important? Because we're talking life, sports, and legacy, right? I want to tie them all together, right? The life we live was preparation. I want you to talk about the preparation. Or we could do that collectively. Talk about the preparation that led to us winning. What we had to go through to win. All the work that we put in to win. Because I think that ties on to everything that we were able to accomplish. All the work that we did during those times.
Well, I think that the craziest thing that you can think of, really, is the fact that you have so many different ways that we tapped in on a regular basis. Here's the thing. Training, encouragement, and coach. And so Coach Anthony Bryant made you understand that
Having a hard time. Having a hard time hearing you. You're breaking up a little bit. Yeah, you're breaking up.
Hello.
Now I can hear you. Good.
Are we good?
Yeah, we're good.
All right. So listen. So Coach Anthony Bryant, he had this way of fucking developing us to tap into every facet of what's correct. And what was crazy is that he didn't allow you to fuck up at all. And then there was days when he would just be an asshole about every fucking little thing. But you would get conditioned to that shit. You would get conditioned to him just being nitpicky, and then you started to fucking fix the nitpicks. From the blocks to the starts to the fucking drive, the finish. And listen, he would sometimes get out there with you, get in the blocks with you, and then and he would run beside you and talk to you. He would fucking run. This coach would run beside 10, 6 motherfuckers and talk to them and coach them.
Yep.
I want to see if you see some other motherfuckers doing this. Coach Anthony fucking made me get in front of him on a curve and said, if you don't beat me, you're not running in the slot.
Wow. And
this is before I was a 400 guy. I learned 400 in the middle somewhere, and I just blossomed out of nowhere. I don't know how it happened.
Quincy
I was cold. Yeah.
Shout out to Quincy.
Yo, woo! Like, yo, you know Quincy Watts. I was like, oh, thank you. Thank you, brother.
Quincy Watts clone, baby.
100%.
But Coach Anthony was doing that by himself. He ain't had no help. Hands down the GOAT, man.
There wasn't no Santa Monica Track Club staff.
Wasn't.
It was Coach Anthony Bryant, coaching boys and girls, both running at a high level.
Not only that, he picked us up and dropped us off.
Fool, I was driving us since we were 15. Shut up, fool. I get us where we need to go.
Hey, he picked me up and dropped me off. Hey, shout out to Coach Anthony, man. Like,
no doubt.
Man,
you have no idea, man.
Golly, I owe a lot to him, man. A lot. We all do.
Absolutely, man.
We do.
An amazing fucking coach, but bro, he would run beside you and coach you. And listen, he get in the middle of both. I've seen him get in the middle of both Wayne and Ty on a 200 and fucking talk them through.
Yep. That was goes in.
He taught me how to run a curve. And at that point, I became the best third leg in the motherfucking one of the best in the nation. Not only that, I took pride in that motherfucking third leg.
Mm-hmm.
You don't understand. We had second legs, but we really didn't have second legs. We used the best man up.
Yeah.
And those men held up for us.
Hold it down. They held it down. Yeah.
They held it down, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the understanding at one point was
shout out to
Juan. Yo, shout out to Juan. Hey, listen. Juan would hold that motherfucking Cadillac in the road. He'd hold that Cadillac. Listen, Juan.
Bodysuit dripping.
What?
Bodysuit dripping.
Dripping. Juan ain't playing with you, bro. He gonna bring it. Listen, can you take it from here? I sure can. Now let me tell you something. When that handoff got to my hands, it didn't matter. At one point, you didn't have to look at it. You can close your eyes and be like, yo, homeboy gonna bring this thing through. He could be third place. I could be third place behind. Don't worry. And then listen, when I got close, The shit was so smooth, bro. It was like an ATM transaction, bro. Listen, I don't think me and Ty have ever had one
botch or nothing. It was always on point.
We had one of the most legendary pictures of a track moment of all fucking time. Shoot us, man.
No, you know we were 15 when we took that picture.
Yeah.
I wish I could.
Do you know I weigh? Do you know I weigh 70 pounds, 170 pounds?
Wow. Wow.
Do you know we had just went to a 155 football championship?
Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right about that. I forgot about that. I forgot. Shout out to the Clinton Jets, baby.
What? Number one in the DMV, motherfucker.
That's sir. Hey, that team was legendary. Legendary.
Oh my God. That's a whole nother story. That's why I said we have to do a part 2. You just can't let go here. Legendary.
Legendary.
But so farther into
give me the story of the rainbow. Talk to him.
Well, I'm going into the whole timeline of it.
Okay,
there's a lot.
I got you.
There's a lot. So we go into this thing and we got a little homie Juju too. Little Juju. Juju's probably like
Juju Jones, man. Shout out to Juju.
Juju Jones. Salute Juju. Juju's probably 10 years old.
Yes. And Juju's mom, Betty. You got to give her a shout out too.
Hey, yo, Juju's mom, Betty.
Rest in peace, Betty.
Betty.
Yeah.
She managed a lot of artists. She managed a lot of artists and things of that nature in the rap game. But what she did was she kept me from whooping motherfuckers' asses too. When I would get out of hand, be ready to go to war, she'd be, hey,
we ain't doing that.
All right, okay, yeah, we not doing that. We got shit to do today.
Yeah.
Now, so we traveled a lot. We traveled a lot as young men, and we got a chance to see a lot of the world. Very young, bro, which is really weird. And we found ourselves in those A blocks, like those top spots, right? So listen, we were. So listen. You know what I'm about to say, right? So listen, we would go, right? So I remember one time, we can run, I think it was the 4x1, right? We can run. There's some Texas dudes in there, right? We not giving a fuck. So we just sitting there, it's me, Wayne, Ty, and Swan, right? So we sitting there. And it's this Texas dude, Texas Flyers, I think it was. He in there, yeah. He crying this shit, right? So we're like, we don't know what you're crying for. No need to cry. You should cry when we get that boop in your ass.
It's coming.
And listen, we would talk big shit.
It's coming. And everybody knew it. Everybody knew.
Listen, everybody knew. But listen, we would walk into the tent and be like, oh, y'all good? Y'all, we here. But listen, it wasn't a game, bro. We weren't modest with our shit. We were not modest. And listen, we prayed a lot, but bro, we knew we came to fucking do business because we were prepared.
That's what it is.
Preparation. We believed in that shit.
Yeah.
And that feeling of how we felt as a squad, it resonated. But let me tell y'all something. People didn't like it. Yeah. But let me tell you who did like it was the young ladies. Help me, Holy Ghost. You Baptist, ain't you? You Baptist, help me, Holy Ghost. You understand? There was some grown-ass women that liked it too. Hey, oh, boy. Listen, when we would come onto the motherfucking track, you would see women come down. I'm talking about grown women. Grown women with little shit-ass cameras. They rolling like a... They hurting their thumb. Them old ass cameras, huh? The disposables.
I remember them, man.
Listen, stop playing. It was not a game, right? Now, we done talked a lot of shit. And not just we talked a lot of shit. We've been everywhere. Florida, New Hampshire, Virginia. Listen, we have been all over talking our shit. And listen, don't get me wrong. We wasn't 4x1. We was rocking motherfuckers on the regular. We would share third place 95% if we didn't win it all. Am I wrong or right?
That's true. That's true. At least the top three. At least the top three.
Facts. Yeah. And then the 4x4.
Shout out to Ed Waters. Ed Waters made that.
Ed Waters, Lord
Ed Waters and Glenn Arden.
Baltimore, Ed Waters and Glenn Arden.
Hey.
But I think we finished Glenn Arden.
Yeah. And
that's how we got on to the East Coast, right?
We did.
Can we just solidify that we finished them to win the East Coast?
We did.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure. I wanted to make sure.
We said we got everybody in the East Coast. Everybody.
I just want
everybody.
I just want to make sure those names. Okay, all right, cool.
Everybody. You can go to the internet on that one to stamp that. So
anyhow, the best 15-16 4x1 on the East Coast?
Hands down, baby.
All right, tenfold. So the time goes on, and we run into these guys called the Chester Cheetahs. Okay.
Shout out to the
now.
Shout out
to
Chester, PA, man. Shout out, man. That was years back.
Shout out to Chester, PA, bro. Yeah, and we run to the Chester Cheaters
and Keystone.
Now, I'm telling the story, bro. Let me line you up. So you got to learn how to do this job, sir. I set the stage to let you be the star, and then you talk. See, you too much of you're alpha male. You want, tell them about this, fool, or you're telling about this and then that, and to say that. Don't debo me, sucker.
I
don't
make me break out Freddy, cuz I'll break Freddy out of some punk ass.
I don't want to miss no details, man. That's all.
All right, cool. We lit.
All right.
So we start running, and then we find ourselves in the space of this couple track clubs, but we're the most hated. And it's a lot more of them than us. We have like specific specialties to assassinate you at every different place. Shakari, we had Shakara, bop. We have all, we had, all the girls.
Yeah.
Tell them who it is.
Mm-hmm.
We had them. And so we were the targets. We had dark-skinned, beautiful, bad dark-skinned joints, bad brown-skinned joints, a bad light-skinned joint. We had it.
Yes.
We were the X-Men. You understand? The fucking X-Men. So now, listen to this. Next thing you know, Wayne and Ty start getting chummy with both sets of these dudes' girls. From fucking Chester Cheetah and Keystone. And the Keystone goes, bull this, bull that, bull, young bull. What is it? What the fuck are they talking about?
Really talk.
Huh? And then listen, Ty and Wayne were having their way. Okay. I hope your mama's listen, Ty and Wayne were having their way between these two track clubs.
Facts.
And me, I just wanted to run track at that time, bro. I had to do my best to keep up with these two motherfuckers, but they could run good track and get pussy at the same time. Salute to these motherfuckers. And these bras were bad. They were bad. I don't remember her name. She had short hair. She was ruthless.
I was just gonna say.
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot. But this is man talk. We up in here. This is real shit. Fuck out of here. Don't you just want to say? It's my show, bro.
Hey, bro.
It was what it was. You
Hey,
heard?
hey, don't, but let them know you could have dived in too. You could have dove in too.
I knew I had to stay on point, but also too, I had to be the one to fight them motherfucking. I was knocking a lot of these motherfuckers out who wanted to fuck with y'all.
Now we
That's exactly.
that was your role. That was because you was the biggest nigga out there.
Listen,
The biggest nigga out
I
there.
wanted all the smoke. I wanted. If you wanted it, I wanted it too.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, let them do what they got to do. I got y'all. Listen, one time Wayne went and did something that came back and walked back. He was talking to the dudes that was following him. He's like, yeah. And I showed him, I was like, oh shit. I was like, let's keep, listen. Remember Cocoa Beach?
Yeah.
With Wayne, yes, sir.
Yeah. Cocoa Beach.
So,
it was really about to go down. Cocoa Beach, man.
100%.
Really about it.
Listen, I wanted to go to war at all costs.
Mm-hmm.
I love that part. And I listen. What? Who? What? Ty Wayne? What?
Mm-hmm.
Here I come. And they knew that. Now here we go forward. Time goes on. We have problems with the Chester Cheetahs. They beat us. We were hot. We beat them. They were hot. That time that we beat them, I will never forget. I got the baton, and the third leg guy was named Adonis.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Adonis went to run, I think, for Temple.
Mm-hmm.
Both Scotts was the Temple he ran, right? I got the baton. Adonis was ahead. I walked Adonis down. Now, this was not the championships. This was that time before. Mm-hmm. Remember the guy punched in the face by homeboy? Mm-hmm. Sucker punch? Mm-hmm. So, we're out here. We're doing our thing. We get into the blocks. Tire takes off. Everything's lovely. Come around the curve. Boom. So Wayne takes it. Gets to the second leg. Third leg, Adonis is ahead. I walk him down. Pass the baton to Ty. Ty takes off past their fourth leg. Now, their fourth leg, I don't know who this dude was, because I don't think we ever seen that dude again after that, right?
Fro.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ty took off past this dude like he was not running fast, and it just happened. So when we get to the end, I run down to go hug Ty, and I tell the dude, because they called the Chester Cheetahs, right? I said, it ain't easy being cheesy.
Right.
And he stole me. He punched me in the face, bro. And it was on sight. We were just, but listen, after we got done, we were just laughing like shit, bro. Listen, we were laughing while we were fighting, bro.
Right.
It was so funny. So we ended up running a race up in out in Virginia somewhere.
Was it George Mason? It was George Mason.
George Mason.
Yeah.
And when we ran at George Mason, it was very hot at George Mason. Mm-hmm. But that day at George Mason, it was the day at George Mason. There were college football scouts there, track scouts, but that was the hottest day on the planet. Do you know that the fucking parking to get into that spot? What kind of event they ran that day? Because it was real shit. Mm-hmm. But I tell you what, it was the first time that I knew that I was important as a athlete in the DMV.
Tell them why.
I don't know. I think that people knew. I think that people always knew you delivered. You always delivered. That wasn't a question that you could deliver. I played defense, but I think that they saw a guy to wonder, does he really move like that on the track? How does he move on the track? and I saw some scouts there. I saw Maryland. Coach Vandalen was a big fan of mine. Salute Coach Vandalen, man. As a young dude, as a sophomore. As a sophomore, bro, he was really investing in me. And I saw him there. But then I saw fucking Georgia Tech. And I remember going to see Georgia Tech track scouts. I was like, nah, I'm football. I'm looking at that guy. That was an all-comers. That was a huge meet. It just wasn't like the East Coast. It was everybody who could come to that meet.
Mm-hmm.
And tell him how it went, bro.
Yeah, is that the rainbow story?
George Mason was.
George Mason was the rainbow story.
I think we got that. I think we got a story in Jersey. I think Rainbow was right before that.
Oh, okay.
I think George Mason was that when we won to get there.
Yeah, so like the George Mason, I think it was the George Mason. Oh, hold up. The picture was the East Coast. I mean, the picture was that we were in was the AAU qualifications.
Yes.
Okay. I can't hear you. Say something again. You're breaking up. It sounds like you're breaking up. Get closer to the mic. I can't hear you.
How was this?
There you go.
It just happens every now and then.
Nah,
We are a Think That Sports Guys. Listen, I'm just having this conversation with my brother Ty.
Technology.
It's something, man. It's a great time, man. So can you tell me about George Mason? Was that George Mason or not?
Yeah, Jordan. I'm gonna tell the George Mason story, man, because people need to hear this.
All right, go for it.
So doing the George Mason.
Hold on. So it was after we qualified for it.
Mm-hmm.
We got bumped into it with these guys. There you go.
Yeah.
And we had a little rumble. But at that point in time, we became very scary.
Mm-hmm.
Period. In the country.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody knew who we were. And when we came around, motherfuckers were bothered. We were Guns N' Roses. We were fucking Californication. You understand? We were it.
Remember the straw hats?
Oh, we had straw hats.
Straw hats and gray fans. That's what we wore.
Listen, we had them.
But we was uniform. Everybody did it together. We did everything
together. You could not miss us.
Right.
So now we're at this point where it felt like the world knew who we were in the track circuit. Because listen, there were a couple little track magazines, if you follow them, they would have our shit in there in the bottom. We'd be like, oh, shit, that's us. That's us, right?
Official.
So it gets to George Mason.
My dad.
My
dad actually.
Now hold on 1 second. I want to say this. Leading up to the preparation of that, Tyron's dad was actually there, like every day, kind of like at practices. It's kind of monitoring the vibe. I'm gonna go from there. Let me go from there. I just want to say what that felt like, because when Tyron's dad came out, he was like, "Oh, this feels like there's so much pressure. There's so much pressure here. This nigga's out here." Because Tyron's dad really was in the trenches with Tyron back then.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like, your dad was in the trenches. Like, when Tyron's dad showed up, it was like sports personified. It was like Tighten up, nigga. Turn this that nigga dad. That's how he got the muscles and shit. You see his muscles? You say nigga's muscles? Why is he that buff? This nigga here. Okay. Why is a little nigga? Now he's 12. Why is he this buff?
Shout out to Pops,
okay.
man. Shout out to my
Hey, let's talk to your dad, man. Hey, listen, bro. I ain't right. His dad says that he took my jersey. Took my jersey. His father stopped me.
Hey,
Took my jersey.
that's fucked up right there. Look at the jerseys and the jeans, man. That's how they dressed back then, man. That's my pops, boy.
So we had been training. It was kind of cool because we had been around Ty's dad, kind of like for like 2 weeks at that time, and we were leading up to this. And go ahead, brother.
Yeah.
Let them know.
So that particular day, man, I remember like it was yesterday because I feel like that was the time that race right there is what personified everything, man. But before my dad actually dropped us off at the track, and the last thing he said to us that day was go catch the rainbow. And I ain't know what that meant at the time, but I was like, okay, whatever. Let's go out here and get this. So again, as you preluded to, Chester Cheetahs was ranked close to us in time for time trials
on the entire East Coast.
Oh, yep, on the East Coast, because we were at the East Coast Invitational, which is a representation of all the major track teams on the East Coast. So, like you said, we in the race. First of all, we walking up into the race and we ready. I mean, y'all should have seen how developed we were at 15, 16 years old, man. It was just crazy. So we already had that intimidation factor coming in. But because we were prepared, because we were confident, because we did everything together, we was ready, man, locked and loaded. I remember us praying right before, just saying, hey, look, let's go out here and do what we do and just keep us free of injuries. But let's make it, let's do our thing. I remember lining up on the track, and always, because I ran anchor, I looked around. I looked at my boy Wayne. He was ready to roll. Juan, I think it was either Juan or Ramon. I can't remember who was on that second leg. But I was like, before we ran, I said, look, all you got to do is
That was Juan.
Just hold it down. We'll take it from there. And I knew for sure that my third leg was coming. I ain't care who was on that third leg. I just had this assurance that, look, if Marcus get this stick to me, we gonna go get it.
No diddy. Get that stick.
Get it. Shout out to my third leg, man. Shout out to my third leg.
Salute, man. now listen. It was tough competition.
It was. No
Chester Cheetahs brought their fucking collegiate ringer. Now, this guy who ran against Juan went on to run at fucking Villanova. He went on to run at Villanova.
Not to mention you had Ed Waters in there, James Carter. Shout out to James Carter, Derek Johnson, rest in peace. Excellent athletes. White boy, I don't know his name. They all could run, man. All of them could run.
So we it's not short of anything. What was really cool about it was there was not short of anything on that day that was not star-studded. This was at the highest of coolest of events that you could have seen at that time. Like, we really was in the shit. They had the real track timing shit, the real, it was all of that on that day. So when after Ty's dad dropped us off, we walk in, and we all run individuals, and we all qualified.
Mm-hmm.
We all qualified for nationals, and that made it even better because we had all qualified at that time. And me getting into nationals at that time, with being nationals, was hard. So if you got into nationals, that means you was best in the fucking country at that time. So we all qualified at that time, and so you go different routes. Track USA, TAC,
You.
yeah, or AAU. So there were 3 ways to get into that thing. You just had to find your niche. But I think we were running. What we were running this one? Was this USA track?
I think we always went USA and AAU, and whichever one we qualified for, that's what we went with.
So I think this was USA's. And we were running USA's, and it was just, no, this was AAU, right? This was AAU.
Oh, yeah.
You're
Right.
It was running AAU. So we run AAUs, and it didn't fucking matter. We mopped motherfuckers left to the right. It did not matter what you were in. And get there.
That's true.
And we ran right into these guys as soon as we get there. And the fucking problem from the last time we got into a fight was just still, Right. And these motherfuckers, him and Wayne were fucking their girlfriends and friends across Philly. I don't even know what was happening. I don't even know what soap opera I got caught up in and shit.
But we said we gonna settle this on the track. That's what we said.
That's what we told them. Fuck the bullshit, bro. We've been doing enough boxing and shit. Tonight's the night. Okay.
You breaking up. You breaking up. I'm gonna tell the story while you log back out and come back in, okay? So we said, hey, look, we're gonna settle this on the track. So we line up. Again, I'm checking all my legs, locked and loaded, complete focus, ready to go. Because Anthony Bryant prepared us for all this. Got my steps down to a T, put my tape down on the ground, take a couple of practice runs, and I'm just focused on getting the stick from my boy. But anyway, the gun goes off. Wayne Singleton holds it down first leg. And he grabs the stagger, gets the baton to Juan. Juan did exactly what we told him to do. However, by the time he got the stick to Marcus, we were behind. So Marcus did his thing. I see them knees lift, and I know he coming like a freight train. Because y'all gotta remember, 15, 16, he was at like what, 180 pounds? Coming down that thing like a freight train. And passed it off to me. And hey man, I did my thing, and brought it home. But the symbolic thing about the whole thing is not only did we win the race, we still had their girls, we still had the swag, because we would take our bodysuits off at the end of the race. We were cut up, 14, 15, cut up on the floor, because that's all we did was work out. And I remember coming over to Marcus right after the race, and I happened to look up, and there was a rainbow. And I said, man, we just went and got that rainbow, man. And that was just, I never forget it. Never forget it, man.
I'm glad that I let you tell that story. I'm glad that my machine fucked up. I don't know what's going on, because I have great equipment, so I don't know what's going on. But maybe it was just God's will to let you tell that story
Man, I never
on your end.
never forget.
Because listen, I know when you shut the machine off, I didn't hear any of it. But when I came back in, you at the end about the rainbows. I was like, oh shit! I was trying to get back in fast, right? Listen, this is what I do though. When I got that baton, I knew that I was prepared. But also I knew this kid was going to fucking Temple on a full fucking ride in some track. Let's go, motherfucker.
Go get it. Let's go get it.
And listen, I'm not a senior.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a senior in high school, bro.
Right. Not even a senior.
He's on his way to He's on his way to Temple.
Yep.
Like, all right. Don't worry about it. I'm behind. I'm behind. Don't worry about it.
Came
No,
and got it.
sir.
Hey,
And
but
listen,
look,
go ahead.
let me switch things up, man. I got a couple of questions for you because people want to know about you, man, too. You know what I'm saying? So I want you to tell people because I've known you all my life. My ace boom coon, we've been in the trenches. We did everything you can imagine together, man. But you my ace for life, man. But
Absolutely. I love you, brother.
my but I want for these other dank dads out here. I had an opportunity to look up dank before I got on, right? Dank actually means it has two meanings. It's like a cold, like a good example of dank is like a cold, like cave or something like that. That's from a positive meaning, but it has a slang meaning. The slang meaning actually means excellent, right?
Oh shit.
So
Salute to that shit.
just for people who don't know that, that's what it means. It means excellent. So the excellent dad sportcast is what I'm putting it up as. So taking it a step further, I actually want to give you your salute, man, because not only have you taken those life lessons, man, and you said it numerous times, preparation, living in the moment, and just being prepared to execute and compete. You took that from 15, 16, and you still doing it today at a high level. And I just want to say publicly, man, to while I'm on here, man, as your ace boom. Now I really appreciate the man that you've turned out to be because you've never you never swayed away from those principles, man. Ever.
Man, thank you, brother. Thank you.
Nah, for real. Well, I guess my question is, the dank dads want to know out there, like, how do you do that? How do you stay so prepared? How do you stay at the top of your level physically, mentally? Because you are a dad as well. So what does that look like, man? How can somebody who wants to get on that road, what does that look like, man? And still be a cool motherfucker who can smoke weed and
damn right, yeah. One second. I have an old dank dad nose. 1 second, hold on. Sorry, you're not gonna try to get me to cry with all your fucking bullshit. Thank you, man. I appreciate you. Like you. I think what's the most. I think what helps me tremendously is was that I have chose a lifestyle of peace.
Can't hear you again. Yeah, you sound clear at first, but then you just went out.
Let's see.
Now
How's
I can
that?
hear you. Now I can hear you.
All right, cool. So, I'm not afraid to be. I'm grateful. I'm thankful. But at the same time, um, I'm married to an incredibly great woman.
Wow. Wow. Shout out to Miss Nesbitt.
And if you really understand what it's like to be in married to a great woman, they really focus on family and know how to play that role. And my wife has allowed me to be this person you see today. This human being, I picked the right person that allows me to be this person.
Mhm.
And I think that, I was thinking the other day, like, I'm out in the streets all the time trying to make this money and get this business going, and it's just always good shit. There's an understanding. I'm not stressed out. You know what I mean? Like, and when your home life is cool, and there ain't no fucking easy walk for nobody. There's little shit. There's shit.
Right.
But at the same time, when you pick a good woman that can allow you to be successful and your babies are happy, the most important thing is to see your kids happy.
Mm-hmm.
Laughing, doing dumb shit. And she's like, okay, all right, in your way and shit. I'm trying to get to work, motherfucker. Trying to go. And these little motherfuckers. So those are kids, man.
Shout out to the kids, baby.
And so I think that when I see what God has blessed me with, it makes me want to work harder and clean up the bullshit in my life. Whatever that might be. Look, I don't know. Whatever your vice is or your thing, or to get better, close to greatness. I want to chase greatness.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's an important thing for me. I want to chase greatness. I want to, I want to be in the fucking hundreds of millions of dollars in the next 5 years. That's where I want to be.
Mm-hmm.
And that's going to happen. And
it's great to hear what drives you and to keep you going. What do you think would you say are some of your challenges, though? What are some of the challenges that you face, or the dank dads may face, that you can shed some light on? For example, maybe time, not having the time, or procrastination, or whether it may be distractions. What are some of your challenges that you may be able to shed some light on to help the dank dads out here?
Well, I think one thing I have to definitely accredit Jeffrey is that I brought my discipline and my drive to this thing, and I started and I kind of bought everything, the equipment. Like I bought the equipment, and Jeffrey's question was, what do I have to do to get, what I have to do? What you need me to do? I just be there. Mm-hmm. And throughout the time, Jeffrey just showed up. He's bought equipment. I bought equipment. We bought beers. We did this for that. We've done that, And I think that when you have a great partner, it allows you to build freely and to just have great energy to build, right? But at the end of the day, you have to really focus on greatness is everything. Either you want to be famous or great. Mm-hmm. There's only two things. Mm-hmm. And Jeffrey and I have invested, and we have found this system, and that's one of the biggest things that I love, is that my brother and I have found this system, how we work.
Say it again.
We found the system.
The system.
Huh? Yeah, we found a system of how we work. And there's no greater or lesser. We understand that the greater good of dank dads is between the two of us. Mm-hmm. And to have a connection with a human being like that is like one of the greatest blessings in my life. You know what I'm saying? Like I really treasure my brother because he truly he knows how to do it.
Excellent.
And I know how to celebrate him in his moments, and I know how to put him in his place in his moments. He knows how to set me up for mine. And when you get that kind of connection, bro, it is the most amazing shit. It is fucking Jordan and Pippen, fucking Jay-Z and Eminem on Renegade. It's fucking Tommy and fucking Ghost. You understand?
Hey,
That's who the fuck we are.
hey, Ty and Marcus, man. Don't forget about that, man.
No. Listen. That's a whole nother movie.
Yeah.
And listen, in that movie, there's some fucking Wakanda suits, bar shit. There's some Wakanda suits. We have our little fighter jets and shit. That's a whole nother story, bro.
Hey,
And listen, get him.
Let me ask you this, man.
Go ahead.
You talked about systems, right? And I agree. I think systems are everything. From a sports standpoint, what system did you have in place to become successful at sports? To come from a mediocre track runner to a great track runner, come from a mediocre. I mean, you were never mediocre in football, but coming from a football athlete to a scholarship.
Well, hold on. Let me say this. I don't know. I don't know if I was mediocre a little bit in football. When I came into the area, there were so many great athletes at fucking Clinton Boys and Girls Club, and I just want to make sure that we just had a great spot in what we just did, and I want to do a part two.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I want to make sure if you want to do that, then I'm gonna start here. I want to say this: there was some insanely incredible athletes.
Insane.
What? Say it again.
Insane.
So we played moved to the area, and there was Ronnie Consistent.
Oh my goodness.
There was Haseen Penny, Tyron Turner, Tim Turner. Fuck.
Shout out to my brother, my big bro.
Anthony Williams.
Oh my goodness. Rest in peace.
God rest his soul. Tony Greer.
The Newman boys.
Brian Brown. Listen. We'll make this part two, but I want to go into it for a little bit. Let me just bear with me, bro. Bear with me.
L Ward, you gotta get L Ward.
Nick Newman, the Newman brothers.
Jason
The Newman brothers. Oh, see?
Jermaine Fowler.
Oh my God, Lord have mercy.
Oh man.
Now let me say this. Let me say you about Jermaine Fowler. Jermaine Fowler is the only person that's ever knocked me off my feet on a football field.
Didn't do what I've seen, man.
And Jermaine Fowler was fucking Sean Taylor. Jermaine Fowler was Sean Taylor.
Before there was a
right or wrong.
Before there was a
he was that kind of athlete. But let me tell you this: me and Jermaine Fowler, was homeboys, and then one day we got into an argument, and I was like, "Nigga, what you saying? How you feeling? You work? Then no problem. Let's do this."
Straight out prodigy, man. Straight up prodigy.
I was like, oh no. I came back 5 days straight for that fight. His mother told me to stop fucking coming around there, around Winbrook again. He must have stopped fucking coming around. Listen.
I seen him hit some people.
One of the
like, wow.
You see him with? Have you seen him ever?
I seen him some people, and I was like, wow, man.
Yo, one of the greatest
that
ever.
hard at that age, man, was crazy.
Yo, it was insane, bro.
Crazy.
I don't think people really know what type of athletes we had, so we have to shout them out. But listen, go ahead, brother. Tell them what it is. Listen. Tell them about the era. Tell them how it went.
So yeah, man. I mean, during that time, those cats we just had an insane amount of talent in that area. And now that I think about it, a lot of us went to different schools. Had we stayed at our neighborhood school, we would have won states every year. I mean, we just had that amount of talent.
Well, let me say this too, though. But they didn't allow that to happen, though. Like,
that wasn't gonna happen.
Yeah, like I don't think you guys really understand. Like, they would come and dissect you.
Yeah.
Out of your element,
sure.
You know. They would show up. They would show up out the blue, and be like, "Oh, who? Which one? Okay, cool. I'm going." And the guy would show up. McGregor would show up. Sam, you would be like, "Oh shit, yeah," and then it was just over. There was no question.
Herman Briscoe.
Oh Lord, have mercy.
Herman Briscoe. Shout out to Herman Briscoe.
One of the greatest coaches
and recruiters out there, man.
In DMV history of Pop Warner High School football ever.
He knew how to.
He had a luxurious throw. Oh my God, help me, Holy Ghost. It was amazing.
He could coach. He had everything written out for us. We had tests.
Ooh, he was it.
But he could coach.
So,
but nah, I want you to tell them how sports prepares you for the man you are now. That's what I'm trying to draw is how did the sports and your systems and preparation prepare you for the man you are now?
I think the biggest thing is to understand that it's a process. And like I keep mentioning my wife and family and shit. When you get to this place where you say, I'm comfortable enough to grind, and you have the freedom that a wife allows you to be able to work and grind. You start to say, I gotta dig into me. How do you get better, motherfucker? She allow you to do the shit. What do you do with that time? How do you grind? And I'm not simping over this motherfucker. I'm selling my real life. You feel me? So look. Right? And so during those times, I'm thinking about my daughter. Dad, I want a pool. Let's go. Dad, let's go. And that's what you chase. I feel like that's what you chase. Because one day, when you've been chasing that shit and you develop it and you get it all, and you're 63, you can sit back and it's on autopilot. And they know that dad brought that in, you know what I mean? That's what's important to me. That's what I grind for. I grind for these people in here. I grind for these motherfuckers in my house. Down to the dumbass pitbull. I grind for them. Because I want to make sure that my family's taken care of. And listen, a 9 to 5 ain't gonna do it. A 9 to 5 is cool. But a 9 to 5 is 5 to 8 months away from goofy shit. I want to solidify fucking generations. And I'm not just talking about generational wealth, ooh, wee. No, I'm talking about smashing the market. Listen, when you came in here to do this show, bro, and I said, man, let's get down. You said, sure, let's do it. How fast did I set that up? A team came in, correct or not?
ASAP. And success loves speed, man.
Absolutely. And I'm just, and I just want to make sure that I'm grinding in the right pace to make sure it's great for my children, my wife, my family, my household, the business, everything above. You know what I mean? That's just the main focus. And we did this Wing Fest this weekend, right? Like we just going from place to place, and they just and we just all right, yeah. And listen, there was some places that had no lines, and we interviewed them like, yeah. We just kept walking. We gotta go pee. You know what I mean? Like we chopping the video this week, and it comes out Saturday. But like, I learned that like, yo, I'm out here in these streets. My wife ain't fucking bothering me. It's fucking 12 o'clock at night. So I'm grinding, getting this bag. Yeah. My kids is washed, taken care of.
Mm-hmm.
That's a blessing.
Mm-hmm.
So when you got that blessing, you got to grind, bro. You got to search everything you can. You got to find everything, every possible way to be great. Every way you fucking can. Watch your vices. Things that block your blessings. Never try to fucking become the boss of nobody, bro. Don't disrespect people. Show love. That's the most important thing, man. Just showing fucking love, bro. I serve more homeless people than you can imagine.
Say it again.
I serve more homeless people than you can imagine.
Let's say it one more time.
I serve more homeless people than you can imagine. And now let me tell you this. I had a teacher named Robert Hoderney who taught me a huge lesson in humanity. I believe in that shit. And the more that I practice humanity, the more I show love to people, the more I show love to my community, the more I embrace my family, the more blessings I get to have moments like this, because I think this is amazing. And guess what? My brother Tyron said, let's do this tonight. Yeah, and we did it. It's wild, right?
And look, let them know. I've known you since I was 15 years old, man.
Oh, earlier than that.
Earlier than that.
12.
Yeah.
You were 12, yeah.
Talking almost 30 years, bro. 30 years. And look, can you pick up the phone and call me at any time?
Yeah. What? Yeah.
And I can do the same.
Why would you ask me that question? Why would you do that? That's different.
I gotta know.
Listen. First of
all,
all,
this thing is for life, man.
Me and Ty, it's just different. That's just a whole nother. And listen, when I was in high school, people knew Ty was connected to me. And listen, he my big bro. He my big bro. But when like, if he ever went somewhere, people were like, yeah, he connected to home, but yeah, leave that alone. You fuck with that nigga. That nigga's coming for your soul.
Hey, look, but yeah. you also my brother that can say, you know what? You ain't doing that right, bro. And I need to see you on that. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. I think we have to have the best for each other. One thing that I love about our relationship is that during my time of becoming one of the greatest third leg 4x1 guys on the East Coast, I had to hear a lot of hard criticism. Mm-hmm. But when you hear from the motherfuckers that you play with as kids, hang out with as a brother, he was like, yo. And not because of effort. Mm-hmm. You just gotta learn to do better. Put your mind here. And that's the shit that Coach Anthony Bryant had us on. Mm-hmm. And it hit me. And it happened. And then I just wanted to walk into this room before we entered this part of the series. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So, then me and Tyron Turner became enemies on the football field.
Let's go. Let's go.
Let's go. And listen,
Let's go.
dog.
Hey, no, I don't know. I would say we can line it up now, but I don't know if I want to do that right now.
Hey, listen, you do not listen. I don't want to do it either. Cause I tell you what, I ain't no. Stop playing. We're not even talking about that right now. Get the fuck out of here. Me and Ty, we started to line up on the field, and Ty was ahead of me. He was ahead of the game. Ty, he was out there and he was doing his thing for the matter. Salute to Tyron Turner, man.
Appreciate it. United High School, baby, where it started, baby. Them Stags, baby.
And me and Ty finally played each other. This game, I think we lost by 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
But I was trying to kill him the entire time that we were on the football field. I was trying to murder this guy. He knows it. I was after his soul. I was talking to him the entire time. And listen, you ever seen what happened to Donald Trump when the bullets just grazed his ear like that and then she a little blood? Like, that's how I was coming for Tyron's soul. He was just missing enough for me not to rip him out the motherfucking frame. I was trying to kill him. And listen, this is probably the first high school football game that other people have ever watched. But I'm talking about, not talking about the fans, I'm talking about people on the field. See 2 dudes laughing at each other.
And going at it. But respect was there. Respect was there on both sides.
Listen, and Ty is the worst shit talker on the planet. He's the nicest shit talker you ever seen. Yeah, what you want to do? Be like, I'll put you in the fucking face, you bitch ass. Say, yeah, Ty's not the best shit talker. Ty is a better performer of his skills. He is a shit talker. That's what he does. His moves speak for itself with the fucking shit. He's the worst gangster motherfucker you ever met. You ain't scared of shit. Shut the fuck up.
Crazy.
Oh my god. No, listen. So, yes.
So we still got to talk sports and legacy, man. We just talk life tonight. We still got sports and legacy, man.
We did. I want to cap this with what do you think about this kid from Bullet School?
I actually know his coach very well, but I think
because I know you're still connected to that crowd.
Oh yeah,
definitely. And I'm not. Definitely. But I want to get back. I want to know. Like, I want to know, like, what's really happening. Like, what is that with that kid? Give everybody in the Dank Dad world a little synopsis on what that is, who that kid is.
Yeah. So there's a 16-year-old kid. His name is Quincy Wilson. He is the youngest athlete to qualify for Olympic team. He is from actually the Tidewater area, the 757. He's from that. Shout out to 757 because they got amazing athletes out there.
But he goes to Bullets.
Yeah, so
Bullets
has had a lot of success in track under the coaching and tutelage of Joe Lee. Joe Lee's a good friend of mine. Shout out to Joe Lee. And he has been instrumental and just pumping athletes out of there, man. So Quincy came up to this area to run for the Bullet School and has just killed it. He went 44:18, I believe, which is by far the lowest high school time in history. Man, he's a prodigy, man. Straight prodigy.
I think, to say the least, prodigy on the small end is what they should call this guy.
And he just started, man. He
reminds me of Obi Moore.
No, yeah.
On the level of stardomship, there can only be one every 15 years, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Even like Noah Lyles, Noah Lyles wasn't that guy. He wasn't this guy.
He was. Oh, no, Lyles was good, but he wasn't Quincy.
Well, I'm saying this. He wasn't Obi Moore either. Right. And every 15, 20 years, you get these phenoms like Obi Moore, and Quincy's the second coming of Obi Moore to me. Mm-hmm. Would you agree?
No, I would agree. I would agree. Obi Moore actually changed the game. For those who don't know, he was successful back in 95, the mid 90s. High school guy who ran times that was just sick. And he ran from the 100 all the way up to the 800. And
you rarely would beat him on any of those levels.
Nope, he wouldn't beat any of those levels.
I don't give a fuck if it was 100 meter or not.
They like
probably put Ty. Yeah, he did.
Just like Snoop Dogg.
But listen, Ty has run what? What's your fastest? 10.4, Ty? 10.4?
10.4. Yeah.
All right. Obi Moore could probably finish right behind Ty in the 100, but also win the 2 and the 4.
Hands down.
That's how good this motherfucker was. He was a Snoop Dogg
and 8. 2, 4, and 8.
And 8.
Oh no, he beat me in the 100. I remember we were in Cocoa Beach.
Did he?
He
was, yes, sir.
Yeah, he beat me. I'm warming up, and I'm like, "Who's the Snoop Dogg looking dude, man?" When he comes out,
I knew Obi. I knew Obi before that. I knew him. And I didn't remember how I knew him. I knew him from the West Coast. I just think that Obi was a phenom, and we haven't seen anything like that.
That's killed. Until now. You're absolutely right. Now. I think I don't know if you're familiar with him, but one other guy that was kind of close, I would say, was Dworsky Odom. Dworsky Odom. Yeah. That's same time though. Yeah, we ran against Dworsky. Yeah, Overbrook High School. In New Jersey. Yeah, Philly. Philly. All right. Yeah. Dworsky was nice.
But listen. But we cooked a couple of his fucking relays too. Remember?
I forgot who he ran for.
Nah, I'm just telling you. We ran against his relay. Yeah, his relays, and okay, he was cool.
Yeah.
Listen, you have Ron Dane too. Listen, Ron Dane was also a major. Listen, believe it or not, guys, Ron Dane was 100-meter maven.
Really?
That big ass man you see running the ball for the Giants was spooky on a motherfucking 100-meter. Am I lying? On a 100-meter circuit? Was he not?
Yeah, I don't remember him running though. Ron Dane, the Heisman winner.
Ron Dane's ran for Wisconsin.
Yeah.
You don't remember that?
I don't remember him.
Oh, he gonna shoot you.
I don't remember him. I remember him running that rock though. I remember that.
Oh, listen, his rock running skills was legitimate.
Crazy. Get out.
Listen, where do we go from here? Where's part 2? Where's part 2 go from here?
Hey, look, man, we got a lot of stuff to talk about, man.
And then you got a line in part 2.
But if we did-
One second.
I'm going to interview you on a part 2. How about that?
Talk
That's
to the
what-
people. Hold on 1 second. Yeah.
Yo,
You hear me?
yeah, I got you.
I want to do this thing, and I want to make sure that we have a great level of return on this to teach some classes and just talk about how we grew up and how we relied on discipline. And a lot of these kids, discipline's not the key. We woke up. We didn't drink sodas. I don't know if you guys know, but like, we didn't drink sodas. Like me and this motherfucker would get around other kids, and they would like have a quart of water with the thumb in the spoil.
None of that.
We're not drinking that.
Not doing it.
We used to laugh. We used to laugh at motherfuckers that drank sodas. And then listen, if we caught you drinking a soda, oh, you can drink that soda in peace, nigga. Listen, if you want a burger and a soda, you better get that shit when you're in your room at your house,
right?
Between us,
right? Because we put that right, man. We took care of our temples, man. We were serious about that. If it wasn't nothing else, we were in tip top shape, man. And that gave us the confidence. It didn't say that we were always going to win, but it gave us the confidence. So,
and I'm thankful for this here. I just want to see where we go from here, you little motherfucker, you little buster ass nigga. This was fun, man. Listen, you inspired this shit, man. This is cool. Thank you, man.
Hey, man, you gotta have me on more, man, so we can give them what they need.
Listen. I want to finish this series, man. I want to make this to a series. Okay. This is our first night of our series. What we gonna call this? We're gonna call it what's the name of it, brother?
Life, Sports, and Legacy. That's what we talking.
This is Life, Sports, and Legacy by Tyron Turner. Tyron Turner is a trainer, motivational speaker out of the DMV. He's also an educator. And I grew up admiring this guy, and we've learned life lessons together.
For sure.
And I think you all should tap in, man, if you're in that area, man. And listen, he's an incredible trainer. He's done strength and conditioning for the Redskins. He's an amazing father, motivational speaker, man. He's got a lot of great tutelage into how to go progressive.
That's right.
How to make things happen. Here we are. We named that Sportscast, and I can't wait for the next time. But listen, I'm gonna allow you to tell me where we're going the next time. I don't want to write it up.
Now I'm gonna write it up.
Say,
I'm gonna write. I got it.
And you don't have to write it. You don't have to write it. Just say, "This is it. This is what we're talking about."
All right, I got you.
10-4. Salute. We are the Dang Dash Sportscast, man. You catch every Saturday night at 7 p.m. West Coast time. Salute to my brother Jeffrey Flexen.
Shout out Jeffrey.
Darth Jada. My boy Agent number 9, Mr. Pat Stackerfeet. We are the Dang Dash Sportscast. Salute to you all. We out.